Hello, very good morning. Hello, student. Very good morning to all of you. What did we discuss yesterday? Yesterday we discussed about the electrophilic addition to the alkyne of first one is I think halogen, and second one is a hydrogen halogen. So that type of the reaction, and with the help of the mechanism how that takes place, how many type steps are involved there. So everything we have seen in our previous lecture, means yesterday's lecture. Today we are going to discuss specifically addition of hydrogen, means hydrogenation reaction. What do you mean by the hydrogenation reaction? Hydrogenation reaction means addition of H2 in presence of catalyst such as what we can call it, such as nickel, platinum, palladium, ruthenium or rhodium. So these are the catalysts used for this reaction and conversion of alkyne into the alkane, means there is a formation of the alkyne. So it again takes place via two step. It involves two step. First, 1 mole of that H2 get added across the carbon-carbon triple bond. One pi bond is converted, triple bond is converted into as a double bond. One molecule get consumed over there, and in the second step, the second molecule of the H2 get consumed by that alkane, and finally the resulting compound yield as a alkane. So that is a thing, and this reaction is again as a exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means energy evolved during this process. Now let us look at as a example of this. Suppose we have a and the addition of this hydrogenation is a syn addition, and if you take as a symmetrical or the unsymmetrical, the same reaction takes place over here. Now let us see, suppose we have this one H C triple bond CH acetylene molecule. This is a acetylene molecule that will be treated with 2 moles of H2 in presence of nickel. The resulting compound is obtained as this one CS3 ethane molecule. And the stepwise, if you show the stepwise, HC triple bond CH, first one H2 in presence of nickel, what is going to happen? You are going to get CH2 double bond CH2. Another one again treated with H2 in presence of nickel. Further you are going to get CS3 and the CS3. There is a formation of alkane takes place, right? Now in addition to this, suppose we have an unsymmetrical alkyne CS3 C triple bond CH, right? This is a propyne. This one is a propyne. Starting compound is a propyne. It will be treated with H2 in presence of nickel. What do you get? You are going to get here CS3 CH double bond CH2. Further it is treated with H2 in presence of nickel. What do you get? You are going to get CS3, then CH2 and the CS3. That is a propane we are going to get over here. This is a ethane. This is a ethane molecule, right? Means the end product we are getting as a alkane over there. So this type of, and when suppose as a non-terminal alkynes are taken, so we by using as a special or proper reaction condition, we can stop the reaction at alkene stage. And when these type of the things are happening, then we can get the cis or trans, that type of the product we will get in this case. So reduction to alkene. So that point we are going to learn here, reduction to alkene. And this is a very important as far as exam point of view is concerned, let us see reduction to alkene, that is a sub point we are learning here. Reduction to alkene, reduction to alkene, reduction to alkene. And in the reduction to alkene, when you if your starting compound is a non-terminal alkyne, then and then there you will get cis isomer as well as trans isomer by using the suitable reagent, or what we can call it as a proper reagent. And the let us see first one, the reduction to alkene. First one is a cis isomer, right? Cis isomer or cis alkene we are generally getting. Cis alkene, or what we can call it as a cis alkene here. Cis alkene. How do you get as a cis alkene? When a reduction non-terminal alkyne on hydrogenation with Lindlar catalyst specially prepared with that palladium gives cis alkene. So this reduction of that alkyne with the Lindlar catalyst, specifically remember here Lindlar catalyst, it is used to get the cis isomer. Let us see, suppose you have a general formula R triple bond Cr. Here I am taking, it is a non-terminal alkyne. It is a non-terminal alkyne, it is, right? This is a non-terminal alkyne. If you treat with Lindlar catalyst, the speciality of this Lindlar catalyst which produce the cis alkene like this. It is a R, both the R group are on the same side of the carbon-carbon double bond, and therefore it is known as a cis alkene. This is a general reaction I am considering here. Lindlar catalyst, specifically H2 in presence of palladium and barium sulfate or barium carbonate. This is the reagent used to get the cis alkene over there. Now here for example, let us see R. If you take R is equal to methyl group, right? CS3, then C triple bond C, here CS3. R is equal to this one 2. The name of this compound is a 2-butyne. The name of compound is a 2-butyne. When it is treated with Lindlar catalyst, what do you get? You are going to get the product is this one, carbon-carbon double bond, methyl group here, another methyl group here, one is a H here, another H here, and the name of this compound is a cis-2-butene. Cis-2-butene. Why cis-2-butene? Because both the methyl group are on the same side of the carbon-carbon double bond, and therefore it is known as a cis isomer. Right? And let us see another one more example is there. Suppose R equal to this type of the R equal to this compound. Let us see here CS3, then CH2, C triple bond, C, then CH2, then CS3. And now it will be treated with Lindlar catalyst. Lindlar is a scientist name. He invented that catalyst and he given that type of the product over there. Now H2 in presence of palladium, barium sulfate, which is specifically prepared in the palladium. And what do you get? What is the IUPAC name of this compound? This is a 2-butyne. Here look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. At 3 position there will be a carbon-carbon triple bond, and therefore it is known as a 6 carbon atom in straight chain. Therefore the 3-hexene, that is the IUPAC name of this compound, 3-hexene. And what will be the product you are going to get? You are going to get as a cis product. Here H here you can write H, here CH2 and CS3, here also as a CH2 and the CS. Both the ethyl group you can write in this manner C2H5 in short also. So we can write this structure either this way, or we can write this structure like this: carbon-carbon double bond, C2H5, or here C2H5, hydrogen atom here, hydrogen atom. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Therefore, C is 2-hexene. Not 2, I think 3, because that double bond is at 3 position, therefore C is 3-hexene. So that is the correct IUPAC name of this compound. So in this way, that the reduction to the alkene, it is one more reaction we have seen. Now next one, suppose we have the non-terminal alkyne. Non-terminal alkyne again treated with the special reagent like as a sodium in presence of ammonia, it gives exactly opposite to the Lindlar catalyst. So here the now is a trans-alkene. Here second one is a trans-alkene. Trans-alkene, and the reagent is normally employed as sodium in presence of liquor ammonia. Sodium in presence of liquor ammonia. What do you get over here? Here you are going to get the product is like this: non-terminal again R, C triple bond C R, that will be treated with sodium in presence of liquid ammonia NH3. What do you get over here? Here R, C double bond C, here H, then R, there is a H. This is a trans-alkene. This is a trans-alkene we are getting, right? This is a trans-alkene. Why trans? Because similar group are on the opposite side of the carbon-carbon double bond, and therefore it is known as a trans-isome. Now let us look at as an example here. Example, suppose we have this one CS3, C triple bond C, then CS3, right? The name of this compound, as we know, that 2-butene, right? And that 2-butene further treated with sodium in presence of liquor ammonia NH3, that produce the compound over here. The compound is this one, C double bond C. Here is a CS3, another one is a CS3, one hydrogen atom here, one hydrogen atom. The name of this compound is a cis-2-butene, not cis. Sorry, here is we are going to get carbon-carbon double bond, one methyl group here, another methyl group must be here, one hydrogen here, and another hydrogen atom here. So that is, look at here. Similar group are on the opposite side of the carbon-carbon double bond, and therefore it is known as a trans. 2 position there is a carbon-carbon double bond, therefore 2-butene. So this is a correct IUPAC name of this compound, trans 2-butene. Trans, it is you must mention there because we are talking about the trans 2-butene. Let us look at as another example here. Suppose we have here pH, C triple bond C pH. pH is nothing but as a phenyl. So 1,2-diphenyl ethyne, that will be treated with same reagent, sodium in presence of liquor ammonia NH3. What does it give? It gives the product they like this: carbon-carbon double bond, one phenyl group is here, another phenyl group must be here, hydrogen here, and another hydrogen here, and that's why it is again trans 1,2-diphenyl ethane. So that is a trans-alkene you can call. Again here trans-alkene. So that is a compound we are going to get here. So in this way we have learned. This is one more reaction over here. So remaining one last reaction remaining over here. I think the addition of water means hydration. So that reaction we will see in the next lecture. Let us stop today here. Thank you. Have a nice day.